In this next lesson, I want to tell you a few things that you're going to need to know to get started playing using the number system. And this is kind of important because not all songs only use 7 notes. And so in order to start playing songs that have songs out of the key, which some of the songs do, will be an important piece that you'll have to learn. So before we get with that, I wanted to let you know the most important thing now by playing in the number system is what note number 1 is. And so using this system, that's the absolute most important thing, because whatever number 1 is going to determine the key that you're playing in. So I gave examples on the last lesson from the key of G and I think the key of C, C sharp. So this time, let's pretend like we're in the key of A. And for this example, I will, let's use this color again. So there is an A right here, but for the sake of the pattern that I showed you, which clusters the major scale within 4 frets, which is very accessible with your fingers, I'm going to put it right here because there's an A here as well. So I'm just going to put number 1, make that same scale. Number 2, 2's right there. Number 3, 4 right there. 5, 6, 7, and once again, this is 1 again because there's only 7 notes. And it's an octave from this. Now, if you haven't done so by now, it would be very, very beneficial for you to learn this and just be able to play it at any time. So that next time, if we were playing, I said we're playing in the key of A, you would put your fingers in this format, and I could just call out numbers and you can play it. I'd say play 4, boom, you play that. Play 3, right there. 7, right there. 2, right there. That's what you should practice, and so that this is the most used and recognizable scale pattern for you. And I would highly encourage you to practice that. So what I'm going to talk to you today is about the 5 notes that are not represented in this scale. If you don't know, there's basically 12 notes in music. 12 notes total. That's it. And everything else just repeats one of those 12 notes. Well, using this number system, only 7 out of the 12 notes is represented here. So what happened to the other 5 notes? There's 5 notes that are missing, and I'm going to show you how to find those. But in order for me to do that, I have to teach you and give you definitions actually of 2 different symbols. One is what's called a flat note, and it looks like a small B like that. And the other one is what's called a sharp note, and the sharp looks like a number sign like this. And the reason why I write this is because a flat basically means something is lowered. The way I think about it, if you're in your car and you get a flat, you're going to actually go a little lower to the ground. You're going to drop. Sharp is the opposite of flat. If something is sharp, that means it's higher. And I wanted to put it down this way because on the fretboard, looking down like I'm in this view here, anything that is flat is going to go this way. The notes here are lower than the notes here. And opposite is true. Any note on this side, as long as it's on the same string, is higher than it is here. So this is how it would break down. It's super simple. Once you have the number system pattern down, for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to show you more in flat notes than sharp, even though they're kind of the same. But watch this now. If 1 is here, 2's here, a flat 2 would be, if you look, flat's going that way. A flat 2 would be 1 note this way. 1 note this way. So right here, that would be a flat 2. So if 3 is here, what would be a flat 3? Well, if you look at this diagram, it goes this way. Well, here's a note right there. That would be a flat 3. How about a flat 4? Well, a flat 4 would be this way, but that's already a 3. So you wouldn't need a flat 4 because a flat 4 is 3. Well, here's a note that's missing. That's one of the 5 that's missing. There's 5 there. If I said play flat 5, super easy. Just look at 5, go this way, one note, flat 5. Here's 6, flat 6. 6. Here's a 7, flat 7. 1 to the left. Okay. And this note right here is a real important one, because in especially music for worship, if you go outside of the 7 notes, probably the note you're going to run into more often is a flat 7. And I don't know what percentage, but I would say songs that probably have a chord that's out of the key, most of the time it's going to be a flat 7. There's other chords as well, but we're talking simple worship songs. And that's a good one to know. But if you know this basic pattern of 1 through 7 and understand how to get flats and sharps, then this would be really easy, because you start with the original scale of 7, 1 through 7, and then you just use flats to go down, sharps to go up. Okay? All right, till next time.